Laureate 2022 NGO, Ukraine Center for Civil Liberties.
Thank you. Thank you. Grazie.
Oleksandra, since 2022, Russia's war against Ukraine has had a disastrous impact on people, killing, injuring, and destroying. Some of these attacks account for war crimes. In this grim context, the role of civil society organization is key, and that's why you got the Nobel Prize. We are honored to talk with you, and we are very happy that two of our global leaders, future leaders, will have some questions for you. Let me start with Esther Carazzoni, future think tank leader and project officer at IFRI. So your director was on stage a minute ago, now it's you. Please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invitation and for the organization, and thank you very much. It's an honor to be with you here, Ms. Romantsova. So, as it was mentioned also a few minutes ago, for most of the international community, war crimes were committed in Ukraine. And in spring 2023, the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant against President Putin, so the first time in history against the head of state of a UN security member country and a nuclear power. Ukrainian presidential advisor Mr. Podilak recently described the issued warrant as follows. This is the beginning of the end of the Russian Federation in its current form on the world stage. So in light of this situation, do you think that this warrant is a real step forward when it comes to bringing perpetrators to justice? And realistically, to what extent could this warrant affect Russia's potential bargaining power or diplomatic leverage in the framework of a potential peace process, as well as the reputation of some countries that do not necessarily condemn or openly condemn Russia's actions currently? And last but not least, what else could and should the international community do in order to reinforce accountability?
Thank you. So, really deep questions. And I want to just add understanding that war started in 2014, not 2022. Why so? It's important to understood because we started documented war crimes in 2014. And before invasion, 24 February last year, we documented more than 10,000 cases, both in Crimea and Donbass. That was illegal recruitment of people from Crimea to Russian army and send them exactly fighting against the Ukrainian army. That was torturing, kidnapping, illegally detaining more than 5,000 people going through Donbass basement. We call that like this because it's not a jails, exactly. It's not a special places. One of such place of detention and torturing, that was basement of university. Just imagine this really perfect place for education, like not using but their mission, but using like place of torturing and illegally detaining. So all of this 8 years, countries trying to find the solution, diplomatic solution, how it can be Minsk agreement. Maybe we don't need to speak about Crimea and Donbass. Maybe Russians forget about that and will not go in next, but they go in. That's why when we have politician compromise that so sweet prices of oil and gas much better than rule of international law, it's going like a war always. And we exactly was nominated before February 2022. So it's not because our work and documenting war crimes now, together with other 30 human rights organizations, we joined to the big initiative which called Tribunal for Putin. We decided to put, main goal in the name. So it's human rights defenders. We collect testimony and evidence more than 40,000 episodes of different international crimes. And we don't have special, we don't have special technology for that. You just go into the place which was occupied and speak with people, You can go into the school which is destroyed by Russian forces. You can go into hospitals at Lviv. It's a city near the Poland. They're shelling hospitals in the city which even not in the nearest part of Ukraine, near the Russian borders. So main idea that this warrant, it's first time reaction to what Putin act last 9 years. And only one problem this warrant, that it's only for Putin. Because 9 years before, whole the power system of Russia Federation exactly supported and not stop all of this aggression. Whole of 9th year exactly, they kidnap people, they torture them, and now they spread it for all occupation territory. So it's important step. It's a recognition that Putin and such autocracy leaders like him need to be punished for that. It's, you know, ICC, usually African members, African country, they proclaim like, and, you know, give the like such criticism about that. You usually accused only president some of African or really weak countries. And now, when Putin accused, it's like you really good mention, it's huge country, a lot of money, nuclear powers, but now when he was accused, some African countries say, we can arrest him if he come. But why? Exactly, that's what you want. That's why exactly we think about, first of all, it needs to be other cases, and I think like minimum one case needs to be open against the Wagner group, because if you heard about Wagner, it's 10 years group, like private army, really deep connecting with Russia state, act at the different country of Africa. Mali, Sudan, all of these places where exactly not really democracy rules going. So, and we like Ukrainians, we never look at them till they're not coming to our home. So it's showing that we exactly don't have war somewhere there. We always will have a problem if we are not look at the war, if we are not looking the broken the rules of law. So I think next step, at 6th of June, it will be first hearing. So ICC don't have a Putin at the hall, don't have a Maria Lvova-Belova at the hall. So they will just represent their evidence why they decided to make this accusation. But if the Putin so like powerful guy and he so believed that he not guilty, why you not take exactly lawyers and not come to GOG and not protect you? Like, why not? So you are not so tough guy, but it needs to be just one step. I hope that we will have different cases from ICC, and I hope we will exactly establish special mechanism against crime of aggression, against the authority who decided started aggressive war. It's our task like international community. Thank you.
Thank you, Oleksandra. Filippo Cossa is a student at Bocconi University and ISPI G20 Global Ambassador. Filippo, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I have another question. There are over 7 million internally displaced people in Ukraine. What should be done to help them, and in particular the youth?
You know, internal, we have refugees near of 6 million. Inside the Ukraine, replaced much more people. Just population of Ukraine near 44 million of people. So near of 7 million go outside mostly. They exactly at the Europe, but exist the people who go into Australia, African country, Latin American country, USA, Canada, we have a big diaspora there. But all of these people coming to Europe, not because they're trying to find just a consist home here. But as for me, I'm always trying to find something good, you know. Much more people will have a like horizontal connection with organization. Look how working democracy institution here. Like women can look exactly how, like in Italy, women's going to parliament, how they take a part in leadership. So as for me, it's a sure, psychologically, it's really hard situation. And a lot of these people feel badly because a lot of them exactly suffering and survivors after war crimes. And it's not so easy to speak about that. Children need to have a supporting rehabilitation and adults same. But they have a possibility to have a horizontal connection, like be implemented to European Union before Ukraine started to be a full member of European Union. And I think it's our possibility exactly know each other. But all of these people, they are not just a sitting. Maybe you heard about that, but Ukrainians, first of all, trying to find the job. Because we don't want to be owner, like we don't want to take loans. We exactly want to be a part of something. So that's why I think a lot of these people will have connection even after the winning. So it's our possibility to know each other better. But main idea that exactly these people have a possibility to come back home. Take a part of reconciliation, reconstruction of Ukraine industry, a reconstruction of Ukraine like place for living, and have this possibility be defended, be secured at their own nation, native place. And young people who exactly rule really important, take a really important role now at Ukraine resistance. I hope they will come back, can finish their education at Ukraine or some university around Europe, and take their place at power, because Ukrainian now exactly only one country from former Soviet country where the young people at the main position. I mean, you look at our president, he really tired, yes, but he exactly a young person, and around of him a lot of people younger. That's not mean they're perfect, but that's mean they look forward and they hearing young population and look at them like really partners in power. Welcome.
Oleksandra, I would have liked to ask you how your life has changed, your daily life since the war started, but that would mean ending with a sad note. So I would kindly ask you, how has your life changed after the Nobel Prize was awarded to your center? I mean, you are the executive director of an institute who received the most important prize in the world. Were you expecting that, first of all? No. So you were not expecting that, and someone called you, I guess?
Before 1 hour before official announcement, they called us and told about that. That's all. Okay. So did you get the call?
Yes.
So you got the call, and someone told you, so I'm calling from Oslo, you won the Nobel Prize. Oh, come on, you're kidding.
Exactly.
Okay, so you
thought of... First of all, I say, okay, and be really shocked.
Okay, and what happened after that? What happened in the months after that? How is the life of your institute changed after that?
First of all, they send you huge numbers of how you need to be prepared for award ceremony, because it's really like strict with the rules, all of this. But, first minutes after official announcement, we have a red phones, all of us, because before we, from 24 February, because we stay at the Kiev, we are not relocated. So all the time when exactly we expected that Kiev will be surrounded, we stay at the Kiev. We decided that our organization will stay. And we have a lot of connection with journalists, international journalists from all the world. We're trying to speak about what happened from India, China, Canada, everywhere. So all of these people started call us. And we at the train, because we come back from Warsaw to Ukraine, and we don't have a signal. So that was congratulate. So, at that moment, we started feeling not only responsibility for ourselves, but responsibility, for example, for our colleagues, human rights defenders from Belarus and Russia, You know that together with us, a receiver of this Nobel Prize, that was Memorial, international organization, really huge movement. Last 30 years, these people collect the information about crimes which was established by Soviet Union times, different regimes. And these people totally banned in Russia Federation. Supreme Court exactly take even their own place where they have archives and all of this. And our next colleague from Belarus, Ales Belyatsky, he has like personally received the Nobel Prize. He's in jail second time because exactly Lukashenko and Putin, it's not people who respect the human rights anyway. So now we have responsibility not only to speak about war crimes at Ukraine, but speak about whole the region, because these two organizations don't have this possibility now, openly speak from one side. From other side, Norwegian committee, when they make this decision, they explain it in this way, because we want to high up exactly understanding that human rights, it's system against of the war. It's preventing of war, and it's a system, if you respect it, exactly don't give you possibility to start at a war. It's not just mythology or fairy tales. So that's why we now, I don't know, like spend a lot of time around the world. Before Italy, I was in USA. Before USA, I was in South Africa and other places. My colleague, head of our organization, you see maybe her speech at awarding, Oleksandra Matvichuk. She is now saying somewhere, or Brussels or somewhere. We're exactly not even sure where she is today. So we have this time, 1 year exactly, when high-level politicians prepared to speak with us, prepared to hearing us, and we trying to invest this attention to human rights, like put that as a priority, and understanding that we need a change international system of justice and preventing of war, because war is changed. They are not same like in 19th centuries. They are not same like Second World War, after which we have UN. So all our system need to be changed. And we can expect that, I don't know, Martians come and bring us to, right models. No, it's our responsibility to do that today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Filippo. And thank you, Oleksandra, for what you told us and what you are doing. Thank you very much. Now, Andrea Cabrini will join me on the stage, and he will chair the next session. Andrea Cabrini is director of Class CNBC. Here he is.
Good afternoon, Paolo.
Thank you very much.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks ISPI and Bocconi University for having me. It's a real